Hey guys, hope you're going extremely well. Welcome to another Elite Backtesters event, the lab, David Tech, inside of Discord. I'm going to remove this and I'm going to be joined by Vlad. Vlad, how you going, mate?
Hello, everybody. Nice to be here. Doing well. Yourself?
Very well. Very well, thank you. Good to hear, mate. Good to hear. Right, we're going to be doing an Elite Backtesters event today. So Vlad's going to be taking the mic most of the time. Well, I should imagine 95% of the time because he's got, like, I can see the number of tabs up on his screen there. There's a huge amount of charts to go through. So, Vlad, I'm going to go straight over to you and you can do the disclaimer, mate.
Awesome. Thank you very much. So, guys, foremost, we are not financial advisors. We are trying to debunk the market with the code, with the tools available, and of course, make these tools available for yourself. All of the financial decisions are 100% up to you. If by any reason you're being approached by somebody claiming to be an admin or anybody within David Tech for money, for investing into some kind of third-party platform or crypto or whatever, that's 100% not an admin, or somebody related to David Tech. So please completely ignore it, block it, report it to the Discord app, also to us if you wish so. And yeah, we are never going to approach you first. If you have any issue or wish to be in contact with the David Tech official, just go into the general chat and ask for somebody. I'll be more than happy to assist you. If you have any questions within all the show, just open up the microphone and speak directly. This is an open mic session. Or if you wish to chat, there is a small chat bubble next to the voice chat name. You just click on it and the chat should open and you can write your questions. Then there we are checking the chat pretty frequently. Also, again, this is recorded. So if you wish to not be recorded while you are talking to us, mention it beforehand in order to mute you. We are recording this for later watching, just in case anybody cannot make it to the show or we went too fast through something, so they can catch up.
Absolutely.
On today's agenda, 31st of March, we are pretty much done with March. It was an amazing month. And on today's agenda, we do have the Elite Backtesters meeting, on which, as David said, we have plenty of charts to review for today. I'm going to only limit myself to half for today, and then we can do another quarter tomorrow and the last quarter in 2 days, so on Thursday. Other than that, also the new setups for bots. We are going to have the refresh done either this weekend or the weekend after this one. Either of the two, I'm going to announce it in the Discord chat. So amazing stuff planned for a couple of days ahead. Also, a couple of updates from David. Sorry?
Yeah, no, not too many updates from me. I'm just watching, Brad. I'm the spectator today.
Awesome.
No, just joking.
Awesome. Have you paid the ticket?
Yeah, absolutely.
Awesome. So without further talking, let's just jump directly into the charts. I think they are close to 30, so actually a little bit more, somewhere around that neighborhood. So we are going to do half of them around here. And again, we are going to go and finish with tomorrow and also the day after that. So the first one for today, starting with a very, very powerful one. We have Mantle MNT over USDT on 1 hour chart time frame. If you have been at least to one show so far, you can definitely tell that this one has been submitted by Soperator due to his amazing notes and also giving credit towards the original user. Thank you very much for doing that. If you guys want to submit towards the Elite Backtesters and optimize somebody else's setup, make sure to leave the original credit towards the creator of the chart. For today, we are starting with Michonne over 1 hour chart time frame with an amazing performance of 17,000% and like 500 next to that. We have the maximum drawdown of 26%, total trades 200. So we have the chart data for about, I guess, like 2 years and a half, somewhere in that neighborhood. So that would be, I guess, about 1,000 days on average, so about a trade each 5 days. It really depends on how active the market is. The win rate is very close to 50% and an amazing profit factor of 2.5. Performance over the past months, I mean, I don't see a pattern of losses. It's mostly about a pattern of wins, pretty much. We see that it has been always profitable during February, March, including this month as well, April, June, July, August, September, October, November, and December. I did a great job at counting the months. There you go. So yeah, amazing start in my opinion, 17,000%. That's very, very good. We can also check the benchmark of MNT since again 2023 October. If you would have bought MNT at that point, you would actually be in profit, 121%, which is very good. We are definitely going to review some more altcoins, and you're going to check that's very rare to still be profitable today. With the maximum ever of a 616%. So again, on the yellow side, it's buying and holding only. With a minimum ever of 0%. So that means that you'd actually never been under the zero line. So never been in losses by just buying and holding, which is very, very good. Our strategy, however, it's crushing it. Current performance would be 70,000%. The maximum ever would be 19,000%. And the minimum ever is just a mere 1%. So let me just, for reference, pull out the buy and hold equity curve. I mean, can you see it? I don't know. I should bring up my magnifying glass just to make fun of it. But still, it's a quite respectful performance, in my opinion, being able to be still profitable in such a long amount of time as an altcoin. But still, our strategy crushed it. It's, again, in a matter of thousands. If you believe, for example, that 26%, it's a little bit too much for your risk tolerance, you can definitely detune that by adjusting the leverage. Currently, the strategy is using 13% leverage, or the position size, maybe it's using, I don't know, 5 or 3% or whatever. So you're still going to be, no matter what, in the margin of thousands of percentages, even if you go down a little bit to maybe like 20 flat percent. So yeah, an amazing start, a great strategy. Enough with that. Let's just move forward. Next, we have AVAX on a pretty custom time frame. So we're seeing this one is on a 59 minutes chart time frame. That's one of the most popular things to do when you have maybe some liquidity issues, or you want to don't be, for example, jumping in with a lot of people at the same time. So for example, there are many automatic systems that jump in a trade at flat times, maybe at 5 a.m., 6 a.m. Maybe it's the I don't know, the opening of a trading session and whatever. Or the crypto coin is very small, it doesn't have such liquidity. So we are trying to either lean forward or backwards to the time frame. For example, if we count up 59 and 59, that's like 118 minutes. So it's pretty much, for example, if we're starting at 5 a.m., that would be 6:58. So we are not really at that flat time. Of course, by removing 1 minute, by counting each hour, you're going to eventually get to a flat hour, but that's like in a long time and very rare. So yeah, this is one technique that I would recommend you guys if you want to step up a little bit the game of trading smaller altcoins in order to have not so many liquidity issues. For Bitcoin, I don't think there are many, definitely don't think there are many liquidity issues if you're trading on a reliable exchange, like for example, 2bit, Bybit, Bluefin, and a couple of others as well. So yeah, this is a very good technique into making sure that your order is also not getting skipped. For example, if you have a limit order and there isn't much liquidity, of course, your order might get skipped or conditioned or whatever. This one, TradingView, one of the very best strategies within David Tech, with a performance of 1000%, maximum drawdown just below 20%, total trades 342. The win rate would be 51.5%, and the profit factor 1.62. Performance over the past months, I don't see any negative pattern. It's just in the winnings. I mean, February, March, April, May, July, November, and December have been pretty much all of them winning in a row. March as well. Currently, it's pretty much having one of the best months ever. This table over here is pretty much like a reset of performance. So it's counting leverage. It's counting leverage, fees, and everything together, but it's always resetting at the beginning of each new month. So for example, if you want to have like a trading challenge, I'm going to just trade this month, you're going to have that particular performance. If, for example, you want to trade on a longer term, for example, right here, starting from January 14, 2024, you're going to have this performance of about 1000% combined, with all of the fees included, with the leverage included, with the position sizing included, everything together. Of course, this might vary depending on your VIP level, depending on the spreads, depending on everything. That's why it's very important to have a trading journal, like for example, Trade Harbor. I'm going to speak about it a little bit later down the show. Other than that, the strategy, so again, maximum drawdown 20%, total trades 342, win rate 51.5%, and a profit factor of 1.6. Equity curve looks pretty good. I mean, a little bit flat here in the middle and also a little bit here, but still for strategy trading AVAX since about 3 years and a couple of months, it's looking amazing in my opinion. Buy and hold performance, however, exactly like I told you earlier, just wait for a bad one. The current performance, so again, about 2 years and a couple of months, would be negative 76%. Maximum ever, so the most profitable ever, let me just enable that so you guys can see, I suppose, around here would be just close to 50%, and the negative ever, which are actually very close now, negative 77%. Our strategy, however, the worst case scenario ever, it was negative 3%, currently being pretty much at the top of the performance of about 1000%. So a very good strategy. Next, we have ADA Cardano on a 1 hour chart time frame with a JP Trendforce strategy with another close to 1000% performance strategy. Let's bring in the buy and hold as well. With a maximum drawdown of 21%, total trades 229. We have the win rate of 60% and a profit factor of 1.92. Performance of the past months, definitely not a negative pattern again, just the positive ones. May, July, August, September. Also November and December, and also January, because there's these ones with zero. That means that the strategy didn't have any trade, or it's a mix between losses and wins, but generally speaking, you don't have a 0%. That's pretty rare in my opinion. Other than that, I mean, so far so good. The strategy looks very good. Equity curve looks also very good. Buy and hold, you'll actually be negative 15% if you have traded ADA Cardano since about 3 years and 2 months, with a maximum ever of 228%, I suppose around here, rather than our strategy being pretty much at the top currently, 1000% performance with a negative just under 0%. So overall, a very solid strategy as well. Next, we have Steve Surge on 45 minutes chart time frame on Euro against the USDT. Here we have another crazy performance, 17,000%, again, like with the first one. Maximum drawdown, however, a little bit higher, 30%. Again, if you believe that's a little bit too high for you, you can always detune that. For example, this strategy uses 11x leverage, so you can try just 5x or 6 or 2 or even 1, depending on your risk tolerance. Total trades 544 for a strategy being about close to 2 years old. So that's like, I don't know, 700 days. So it's like a trade or two every day, depending on how active the market is. The win rate currently being very close to 47% and a profit factor of 1.3. Currently, the strategy hasn't done so great. So in the last week only, it had this huge drawdown. It could be that the strategy was actually optimized. I see there are some notes, I suppose, from Soperator again. It could be that our strategy was actually optimized again or something like that right around here. Then unfortunately it had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 losses and just 1 win. That's a huge red flag, because we do have a win rate of about 47%. So most probably it was maybe around 4 wins and 6 losses, not just 1 win and so many losses. So just leave the strategy for more incubation time and see how it goes in the future. Performance of the past month, it didn't alert us. Last year, March was actually profitable, a little bit lesser than usual, because you can definitely see a pattern right here, 39%, 48%, 6%, this one, 36%, and so on. So yeah, maybe just leave it for a couple of months to see how it develops in the future, and then you can decide to go live or not. I mean, we're pretty much 1 day away from 1st of April, so maybe the strategy performance would actually shift, and we would have another, I guess, 11 profitable or very close to profitable months. Buy and hold performance currently negative 62%, being very close to the negative point, to the maximum of the lowest point ever, 66%, while the maximum one would be at 66%, on which I cannot see it. I think it's around here. I don't know. Other than that, our strategy maximum performance ever was actually 24,000%. So right around here. Again, if we excuse me, if we are using position sizing and leverage, like trading with a percent out of the available capital and leverage on top of that, the later the performance is going to scale up a little bit more aggressive, I would say, because 10% out of $100 is just $10, but 10% out of $1 million, it's $100,000. So you see how it goes. So yeah, again, crazy performance right here. The maximum ever 24,000%, currently 17,000%, which is still great. Next, we have a setup on Doge. And David, if there is any questions, just let me know so I can pause.
I was just watching. I was just listening, Vlad. Everything's good. No questions. Just a
Thank
couple
you.
of hellos from the
Awesome.
Ballon Bleu and Dino Mac. That's all. And we're
Hello,
just
everybody.
admiring your math skills. Your math skills. Love the math, man.
It's 9 p.m. here where I live, so if there is any mistake, please excuse me, guys, but I'm pretty tired.
No, you're good. You're good. You're good. I was just taking a week. All
All
good,
good.
mate. All good.
Thank you. So next we have a setup on Doge over 4-hour time frame. So pretty much like a long-term strategy. We have the JP Trend Force with 2,700% performance. Let's see quickly the buy and hold. I mean, you can barely see it. I mean, it's pretty much under the zero line. Maximum drawdown 21%, and unfortunately just 40 trades. This could be like a huge alert if this doesn't perform so well, because we can also see it has an 80% win rate. So it might be overfit. What do you have to do is just keep it on idle, see how it goes in a couple of months, and then maybe you can decide to go live. For example, we are still within the 80% win rate. For example, the maximum drawdown has been not exceeded, and also we have a similar, I would guess, profit factor. So I wouldn't be so excited about this one, because unfortunately strategies with lower than 100 trades, about 90% of them are overfit. That's the whole point of these meetings, to show you guys the setups that are coming to be incubated, and then after a long or short, or however you consider to incubate, then you can consider to go live with them as well. So these are not meant to be traded now. They are meant to be incubated, and then they are meant to be checked later for the performance summary. Profit factor 6.4, I think I said it, with a performance of 2,700%. Currently, the buy and hold performance starting from January 2022 would be negative 39%, and the minimum ever would be negative 66%, and the maximum ever 0. So Since January 2022, you would have never been in profits with Doge, unfortunately. So yeah, luckily enough, our strategy comes here to help. Currently, it's very close to the maximum ever, so 2,700% performance, and with a minimum ever of 0%. Our strategy started to win from day zero, and it never went under the zero level. Performance of the past months, I mean, a lot of inactivity because, again, there are just 40 trades in 3, 4, I guess 5 years, close to 5 years of performance. So yeah, about a trade, even lesser than a trade a month. So yeah, just keep it on incubating and see how it goes down the time. Another setup similar to the previous one, but with a couple more trades. I would not do the same explanations again, just rewatch the stream. 4,000% because it's pretty much in a similar in a similar bucket, I would imagine. But this time the performance is a little bit better, about twice the size of 4,000% profits, 24% maximum drawdown, total trades 54, the win rate 70%, I mean 69% with a profit factor of 2.7. Next, we have Tao on 47 minutes chart time frame. I explained a little bit earlier again why the more custom time frames sometimes. With the Stifter strategy, one of the very best strategies within Davitech, with a performance close to 1,000% profits, maximum drawdown 27%, total trades close to 500, which is very good. The win rate is 54%, very close to 55, and a profit factor of very close to 1.4. Equity curve, a little bit like a diesel torque over time. So at the beginning, it takes a little bit of time in order to build up. However, as soon as it does it, it's looking very, very good in my opinion. Performance of the past months, I don't see any pattern. It's just the winning ones. So January, April, May, July, August, November, and December have been always profitable. Benchmark buy and hold since February 2024, so about 2 years already. We have currently negative 28%, maximum ever 66%, with a minimum ever of negative 66%. Currently, where our strategy is very close to the maximum ever, so about 1,000% on the current and the max, with a minimum ever of negative 14%. Next, we have the same coin, but I guess not so optimized like this one. I won't repeat again all the stats. So we have here 600% profits, maximum drawdown a little bit higher, 34%. Total trades 546. We have the win rate of 53% and a profit factor of 1.2. Performance of the past months, I mean, similar story, nothing worrying. It's just a couple of months that have been always profitable so far in about 2 years. Next, we have again Mantle with a strategy on 15 minutes. The strategy would be Stiff Zone again with a performance of 100%, maximum drawdown 15%, total trades 76. So again, not so many trades. The win rate would be 53% and a profit factor of 2.1. Performance of the past months doesn't tell us much because we are on a 15 minutes chart time frame, so not so many history available on chart. Also, the benchmark currently would be negative 41% for the buy to hold since September 2025, with a minimum ever of 50% and a maximum ever of 83. Our strategy is well above it, currently 100%, very close to the maximum ever, and also the negative, the minimum ever would be negative 4.5%. Next, we have Atom on 1 hour. We have here the MACD liquidity spectrum strategy with a performance of 800%. We have the maximum drawdown of 25%, total trades 143. The win rate would be 56% and a profit factor of 1.88. Equity curve looks pretty good. Again, not so many trades, 143. That's still a lot better than just 40. So I do have like a rule of thumb, but again, it's just my opinion. Whenever you see each unique trade, that means that you don't have a lot of enough trades, I would guess. But still, if over time this proves to be profitable, I have no problem on accepting also strategies with just 143 trades. So no problem at all. Performance over the past months, I mean, there is a pattern within here December, but there is also here a month in 2024 that there was no trades. So you could argue that maybe it's a good idea to pause the strategy or bot in December and start it again in January and hope to be profitable like it was in the previous years. Buy and hold performance for Atom, currently negative 85%, being actually at the minimum ever with a maximum of just 16% since January 2023, so about 2 years and 2 months. Our strategy, however, is crushing it, being pretty much at the peak with a performance close to 800% and the minimum ever of negative 7%. We are pretty much in the last 3 charts that I wished to show you guys for today. Again, we are going to do the rest of the ones also tomorrow and the day after that. So here we have NIR on a 90 minutes chart with a very good performance of 8,000%. Here we have the precision trend mastery strategy with a maximum drawdown of 25%. Total trades 234. The win rate would be close to 60% and a profit factor of 1.88. Equity curve looks very good in my opinion. A little bit of the drawdown here. Maybe you could research a little bit what happened here with NIR or maybe what happened here with Bitcoin in order to filter these kind of drawdowns in the future. But still, it looks very impressive. I believe it's this one from December 2025. So everything looks pretty good in my opinion. Also, the recent performance of buying holding of NIR since 2022, so about 4 years and a couple of months, currently would be negative 91%, being very close to the negative ever, and with a maximum only of 10%. Our strategy is like on a whole other league, currently being actually at the maximum ever, 8,000%, with a minimum ever of 0%. So our strategy pretty much started winning from the beginning and it never went under the 0 line in the negative side. Performance of the past months, I mean, I see January always profitable in the last 4 or so years. March always profitable in the last 5 years. August as well in the last 4, October and November as well. So yeah, this one looks very solid actually. Next we have Ripple XRP over 2 hours chart time frame. We have the insider strategy with a performance of 4,000%. Maximum drawdown very close to 24%. Total trades 350. The win rate 53% and a profit factor of 1.5. Equity curve looks pretty good. I mean, amazing actually. Buy and hold, I mean, you can barely see. Maybe right here it had some momentum, but still nowhere near our strategy. Maybe just at the beginning, the coin had some surge. I believe in 2021 it was about the court law rule against the Ripple owner, if I'm not mistaken, in 2021. If you guys, there are any Ripple experts right here, let us know what happened in 2021. And yeah, performance of the past month. I mean, a couple of patterns like in the last 5 years, profitable October and November in the last 5 years as well. Other than that, let's see the buy and hold, currently 184%. So again, very good for Ripple. Maximum ever 600%, I suppose around here, with a minimum ever of negative 35%. However, our strategy still crushes it. Negative ever, it was 0.5% on the negative side, with the current performance actually very close to the peak one, so 4,000% to the 4,200%. So yeah, actually very, very good. Let's just do two more. Here we have cloud over 45 minutes chart time frame with a stiff surge with a performance of 2,400%, maximum drawdown 21%, total trades 166. Here we have the win rate of 54% and a profit factor of 2.4. Performance of the past months, I mean, you can see the patterns of profitability again in the last 2 or 3 years that we actually have the data, more about 2 years. The benchmark of buy to hold negative 87%, very close to the negative ever, negative 88%, with a maximum of 100%. I suppose right here at the beginning. Our strategy, however, is crushing it currently at 2,400% with a maximum ever of 2,500%, with a negative of just negative 15%. And the last one for today, guys, we have again Claude over 45 minutes chart time frame with an amazing performance of 55,000%. Look at that, amazing. Here we have the maximum drawdown of 26%, total trades very close to 600. So there's actually maybe a room for a little improvement. Maybe you could cut like half of the trades in order to improve maybe a little bit the maximum drawdown or increasing the winnings maybe as well, maybe the win rate or improving the profit factor. So yeah, a lot of room for improvement in my opinion. Performance of the past month looks pretty solid. I see here a pattern. For example, the negative, the only 2 months that were negative were around 16%. So maybe it's actually a pattern. The strategy never goes beyond 16% ever. Maybe, who knows? We definitely have to have again another negative one in order to check that again, because we just have like 2 months, so not so much data. Buy and hold, we do have right here the current performance of cloud since 2024 July. So that's like 1 year and 9 months, something like that, with a current performance of negative 85%, very close to the minimum ever, and with the maximum performance of 125. Our strategy is simply like on the moon with a current performance of 55,000, with a maximum ever of 60,000, and with a minimum ever of 0%. So that's pretty much it, guys, with a chart that I proposed to show for today. A very good run. Definitely going to check the other ones as well tomorrow and the day after that in the next shows. Make sure to check out the Discord events tab in order to see when the next events are. It's pretty much Monday to Thursday at a similar time. I have been seen out. Okay, I must refresh the page. Luckily enough, I finished. Yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Thank you very much for tuning in for the Elite Backtesters segment. David, could you please cover for me for a couple of minutes? You're unmuted, I think.
Fred, could you cover me? Me? Yeah, it's me. It's me. Sorry about that. Yeah. Anyway, yes, I said no. I can't cover you for you. I'm muted.
Oh.
No, all good. There was a couple of questions. We had a question about do you have to add the TradingView strategies to TradingView to trade with Strategy Factory? Everything's done for you. It's one click install directly over on the website. But if you want to find the strategies, they're in the Discord. Other than that, that was pretty much the main questions. I think that Williams reached out to the 2 people that asked for him to reach out to them, so we could get your questions answered as well. Fantastic, no problem whatsoever. And guys, on Thursday I have another webinar. Thursday at 1 p.m. UK time. We have another webinar where I'm going to be doing a challenge, which is get your first bots set up. So if you've got a Strategy Factory account, we will be setting our first bots up from start to finish. I'll be signing up for the exchange. I'll be adding the API keys, creating my exchange, adding my first bot. And then what I thought was maybe we can come back maybe next Tuesday or Thursday as well and we can see how well or how poor those bots have performed, and add some other bots as well if we feel as though we need them. It's not like giving signals or anything like that, but at least we'll be able to go through the whole process together of adding bots. Nelson said, will it be recorded? Yes, indeed it will. It'll be on Webinar Jam like the other one as well. I thought that was quite good. I think that everybody enjoyed Webinar Jam as a platform, so we'll continue with that one as well.
But you might not want to miss it. So
Yeah,
don't
you might
rely
not.
that's recorded, because there are some Easter eggs as well. So
yes, we
yeah.
do lots of giveaways as well. So yeah, let's become a very good YouTuber. Thanks, lad.
Indeed.
Yeah. So yeah, guys. Yes, so we will be doing that. When is the main? When will the David Tech website be retired? So the kind of like the back end of David Tech, will leave it for quite a long while, because there are things like the Google Sheet that I still haven't managed to put a crossover. Those kind of things. So you have quite a lot of time. All of your settings and everything automatically go directly over to. All of your settings go directly over to Strategy Factory anyway. There's an import button, you can import them across. You just have to set up your 2FA and then you're done. Hopefully within the next couple of weeks, every single feature, including the Google Sheet, will be synced with the new website. Vlad said Easter too. Just around Easter too. Yep, absolutely. And Vlad's not here next week either, are you, Vlad? So.
Yeah, I'm on a short leave next week, but I'll be still around. I'm traveling with my stuff, so all good.
Yeah, good. Fantastic, guys. That was it for today. Myself on my end, I'm trying to play around with AI still. I forgot about my end, yeah. So I'm playing around with AI still. Playing around, been all day working with AI. Trying to work on tools that will be able to help the group. We're looking for fixes of optimizers, improvements of optimizers. We're looking to build tools to help you select better bots and all of those kind of things. I'm going to do videos about them next week. I'm going to go back to doing 2 videos per week next week, and I'll share any source, open source, as PDF files. I shared the PDF file that I did with my prompt that I used to create not only my prompt but also part of the MCP server, which is the skill that I included in the Elite Backtesters today, a PDF file in there, which I'll explain a little bit more in a video as well on how to use that as well. So yeah, all good. All going in the right direction, I believe. I think that things are good. Things are amazing. End of the month. And it's very cool. The vibes are good. Everybody seems happy. I know that there was a bit of struggles with the login page today. I think it was more of me making things a bit too complicated, and now it should be more understandable. Yeah, I tend to make things a bit complicated, guys. So if you don't understand, please don't hesitate to ask. Excited for the future. Me too, Chris. Thanks for all your messages, mate. It's a pleasure talking to you in the Elite. AI stuff is so interesting. Been deep. Paperclip. Oh, I love Paperclip. I have such a fantastic setup on Paperclip. Love it. Brilliant. It really was the part that was missing for me on OpenClaw, was being able to put all of those agents onto one screen and see in a Kanban board how they all work together. Easily putting issues and things like that. Absolutely brilliant. I will also do a video about that and how to set that up as well if anybody's interested. Really is a great product.
Actually, some heat just dropped.
On
Liquid have released their agent, which the performance is quite amazing if you take a look at that. Wow. Definitely we should take a look at that.
Bring it up on your screen, Vlad.
I just shared it inside the Discord.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Wow. Jeez. Very cool. Here we go again. And another test.
Mhm.
I just spent hours and hours. I've got AI agent. I've got to show you guys as well. It's really very cool. It sits coding strategies and backtesting them, and just seeing the chain of thought. I did it on Quinn. What's the most recent one? 3.5 is it? 3.6 preview that's just come out.
Two of them,
Check.
3.5 Omni and 3.6 Plus, I believe.
Yeah, Preview Plus. That's the one I was using. Preview Plus. That was it. 3.63 Preview Plus for coding strategies. It is absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. I mean, we're getting really close to me being able to retire.
I
Getting to the
mean,
age. No, not really.
they always have some errors for TradingView
Yes.
Pine script. For some reason, they love to throw some C++ into the code. Not sure why.
Yeah. Mine's the ADX. It just does not understand that there is not an ADX indicator on TradingView.
You seem very concerned.
Oh man, it doesn't understand it. It always adds an ADX indicator. Man. And that it doesn't understand that the sum is part of the math and not the TA. I mean, it can't be much more logical than that. It's part of the math library and not the TA library. But AIs never seem to get it.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
It is what it is.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's a question
The
about
critics
the
is-
credits.
going forward, do we? Do you know? So there's no longer like any credits limit to it. So we went back to the original system. If you've been more than a elite backtester for 3 months, you get access to all of the strategies. If you're not, you get access to the month where you submitted. But we have limited it only to the elite participants now. So you have to participate too, unless you're already part of it a long time ago, because I can't take it away, obviously, and I wouldn't take it away, not in the slightest. But if you're a participating member, there is no new way of getting all the trading strategies. We are making it a exclusive club that's because we don't want to destroy the edge of the strategies, so we're making it more of an exclusive club. Is there a number of strategies on the view page? Fantastic question. I don't know. I do not know. Honestly, let me have a look, and if there isn't, I will add it. Let me make sure that I'm logged in. I'll have a look. Great question. And the question was, it's a very simple feature, which I may have not thought about. No, you're absolutely right. Is there not? Oh, silly. Why didn't I put that one? Okay. Yes, I'll add that to my list. Sorry about that. Yes. So the question was, is it possible to show more than 25 columns? 25 rows per page on the list of strategies? And I did forget to do it. So I will add that for you. Sorry about that. No problem whatsoever. I know, mate. Yeah, I know you have been. So you should be upgraded very soon to an OG, and you get access to all of the strategies. If you haven't got the button, just let me know, or let William know, and we'll add it to your strategy factory, so you can get the download. Sorry. Fantastic, guys.
All good.
Pleasure as always being here. Yep.
Yeah, I think we're pretty good to wrap up things.
Yep.
Some performance updates. Davis portfolio, I believe it's still around the 20K.
There is a question on YouTube, if we want to answer that one very quickly.
Let's go for it.
May I ask if pullback strategies outperform other types of strategies? In my personal opinion, the only strategies that I've really found that work are the two kinds of strategies. One is mean reversion, which no, I wouldn't say it's a pullback strategy in the slightest.
Rare
Mean
to find.
reversion, yeah, very rare as well. A lot harder to find. The problem with mean reversion is that I found anyway is that the positions are generally so small and you can't really predict when it's going to revert. So often it loses its edge due to fees. And the other one is trend following. Trend following has absolutely been the most profitable. Yes, I know that markets only trend 30% of the time, but as long as you're on lots of different time frames, you can find a trend on many time frames, number one. And number two, just use a good indicator like the ADX to keep you out of sideways waving markets. Boom. And that was it. Vlad, back over to you, Mas.
Awesome.
So,
Also, the community members have been in the top leaderboards over various exchanges. Also, we've been notified that some of the members, for example, Fishing, has been into the top 1% of the Bybit traders. And as well, since I mentioned Trade Harbor at the beginning, guys, make sure to check out tradeharbor.com.au. Here will be the link. You can find here a very reliable strategy portfolio. You can pretty much connect some of the bots and see how it goes, connect the API and everything. Currently, he also has a challenge of $1,000, and he's been doing very great. In about 50 or so days, he pretty much doubled his account, which is very, very good. Also, make sure to visit Trigger.trade, your reliable David Tech bots connector, in order for a more custom experience. Next, for tomorrow, we do have Yuli coming back with the strategy, which actually the indicator which he showed yesterday. He's going to turn it into a strategy. He's going to find some better settings for us to build on top of his indicator, some awesome bots, and of course, setups. And of course, some more stuff depending on what's happening with AI and everything. I saw that the Cloud Code app code was leaked. So who knows what are we going to do with it over David Tech? Just imagine.
Yeah, so much to do, so much to do.
Indeed. And yeah, that's pretty much it, guys, for today. If you have any questions, if you wish to ask anything, we're going to stay for just a couple of minutes just to see if there is any question. If not, we would like to wish you a very good day and a very good, productive day ahead.
Fantastic, guys. Thank you very much, Fred. Great stream once again. And eCryptoBots said, thank you. Thank you very much. Thanks for joining us on the channel. Guys,
there's more action on the Discord server, CryptoBot, so make sure to
join us.
Come by and say hi. Let me just pull out the Discord link. There you go.
There you go.
Better.
Yeah, this channel is mainly for just recording so that people can come back and see it afterwards. But you're more than welcome.
Luckily enough, David saw your message.
Guys, thank you very much once again. Have an absolutely wonderful evening. As I said, we'll be back. As Vlad said, sorry, we'll be back tomorrow. Thursday is going to be the web event, so I will keep everybody posted with the link for that as well. Take care, guys. Have another good one. Vlad, sir.
Goodbye, everyone.
Bye, guy, mate. Cheers. Bye, Chris. Take care. The breakdown. So, bye. Everybody have a nice evening, guys.
Goodbye, everyone.